Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the third annual Tam Psilocybin Summit. We're celebrating the myth, magic, science, and culture of the sacred mushroom, and I'm your host, Daniel Shankin. Um, I'm really happy to be able to offer this to you, as if you have heard me go on and on, you've probably heard me say that Kirtan, chanting, sacred music, is one of my favorite methods of integration. I feel like the practice of chanting is a really good way to uh, just get things right, to just right the ship in so many ways, purify what needs to be purified, strengthen what needs to be strengthened, organize what needs to be organized, and align what needs to be aligned. Um, how's that? Let's put that in a bumper sticker, Adam.
Boom.
And it has really been instrumental in my practice in my life, and I feel like um, it does good things. Like it actually creates, um, it produces real results in my mind, and so I'm really happy to be able to welcome Adam, who I think I met for the first time briefly at Bhakti Fest, maybe 10 years ago or so. And, we've crossed paths a few times. And um, I recently moved out to his neck of the woods. And so got to take my kid to his first kirtan last week, live in person. And it was Adam's, and we did sing the Hanuman Chalisa. And so I was like, dude, I can't get enough of it. Come on back and do some more for the people. And so here we are. Thank you, Adam, for being here.
My pleasure. I appreciate the invite and the opportunity to gather, even in this remote fashion, and explore work that's near and dear to my heart also. How do we explore the cosmos without and within and keep it grounded and rooted and do the integration work so that it's all nourishing the wholeness in us? So it's definitely part of the work, and I appreciate the invite to come and join you. Thank you, and thanks everybody for coming to join in. If it's your first time experiencing this kirtan chanting, this devotional chanting, maybe I'll just take a moment and kind of introduce what it is that we're doing here tonight, and then we'll get into some chanting. This practice is traditionally a call and response congregational chanting. It's a social practice. We do it together. It's not so much sitting on our cushion and doing all this work on our own, as glorious and necessary as that is. But this congregational practice brings us together to share breath, to share our inhalation and our exhalation, and to entrain ourselves in a common frequency. And that frequency is the frequency of devotion, the frequency of mantra, which are basically the names of the divine. I do some singing in English also, but mostly what I've learned and what I practice is the chanting of mantra in Sanskrit, one of the truly channeled, inspired languages of the world. And this practice, called Kirtan or Bhajan, is one of the foundational practices of what is really the most commonly practiced form of yoga in India, the land where yoga comes from, which is not modern postural yoga or asana as we think of it, but it is the bhakti devotional yoga practice of singing and gathering together and singing. If you go to India, you can spend a long time not seeing people do what we think of as yoga postures. But it's pretty hard to get through a day without running into various people gathering together on street corners, in temples, in homes, while walking along and singing together, chanting these names together. It's felt that the vibration of these names is carried within the syllables, within the sound, and that those sounds are manifestation of an articulation of what is being sung, what is being named. So when we're chanting the names of the divine, it's not some external thing that we're kind of trying to access. We are bathing in the presence of that divine nature, which is being named and being sung. So that's basically what we're doing when we gather together and sing. We're having a party together, a congregational gathering organized around steeping in devotion through rhythm, through beat, and through melody and mantra. So that's what I love to do. I was blessed 20 years ago to connect with Krishnadas, one of the West's foremost practitioners of this chanting through the Neem Karoli Baba kind of family tradition, and later to play bass, after playing bass with KD for a number of years, to play bass with one of his old Guru Bhai, Shamdas. And so with their help and many others, I kind of stumbled into this practice, and it's been kind of a lifesaver for me. And I believe, Daniel, you speak truth when you honor and recognize how this chanting practice serves the work of integration in a really profound way. So maybe we'll sing a little bit and return to that subject.